Baby Corp needs you to drink this formula for one last mission.
You want me to be a baby again? I'm texting him! Give me that flock of seagulls! Hey! The boss is back, baby!
How's the weather in Las Vegas?
Very hot and sweaty, like 118.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like
I haven't been to Vegas in a while, but I would come there. I obviously see shows. I'm not a big gambler, but I'd see those great shows. And we came to see Cirque du Soleil. They're reopening the Love, the Beatles' Love at the Mirage, correct? I saw it there years ago. I saw that.
Good.
Oh yeah, a long time ago. I went with I think I went there like 10 years ago or something. But I remember that was a great show. I love the shows in there. I saw Sinatra.
What?
I saw Sinatra in 1990 at Bally's. We saw Diana Ross at Caesars, and we saw Sinatra. And it was one of the best. His assistant told us it was one of the best shows he'd sang in. He came out and he blew the roof off of Bally's. We were in tears watching him. It was so great.
That is a story. And you know what's so cool is Diana Ross is still playing Vegas. She's just over at the Wynn, but she's still got a headlining show.
Yeah. Oh, well, all those people, Cher,
Yep.
and Dolly Parton, and all those people who they're going to deliver the goods. They're never going to stop selling out.
Yeah.
Vegas, that's for sure.
When you got talent and work ethic, you can have a career as long as you want. Just ask Betty White, right?
Exactly.
By the way, such a fun, I love this character. It has to be just such a thrill and joy for you to literally play this baby. And most of us don't get to relive our childhood, but that's exactly what you get to do in the sequel. If you could go back and relive any like stage or age of your life, what would it be and why?
Well, it might be the moment my wife and I started talking about how many kids we wanted to have. I might go back to that car. We'd be having dinner in New York and fantasizing about how big a family we wanted to have. And I just want us to be really clear on what kind of path we were going to get on and just make sure we were absolutely sure we wanted to have 6 kids in 7 years. But other than that, I would go back to, playing ball with my brothers when we were kids.
Yeah.
I come from a different time, no smart tablets, no smartphones, no cable, no internet, none of that. We went outside and we played ball. You know what I mean? We just played baseball, basketball, football. I'd probably go back and have like one last great game with my brothers.
Yeah, I'm so glad I grew up with no social media. We had real childhoods for sure, which is different nowadays.
Well, as people point out all the time, we had what they call the cage-free childhood, which is I got on my bike in the morning and my parents didn't know where I went all day. I was gone for 5-6 hours, riding my bike around my neighborhood.
Totally.
No phones. And what it did was obviously the opposite of the helicopter parent. And then what it did was it forces us to learn to make those choices to stay out of trouble. And some kids didn't, and other kids did. And now with our kids, the part of the world we want to kind of filter for them is on the tablet itself. Out in the world, everything seems to be fine for our kids in school and their personal life, their friendships. They're very, very happy. It's the world they see through the TV, through the computer, through the pad and what have you. And that's the task for us, because my kids will wind their way around the filters.
Yep.
Their iPad will be charging, so they'll take my wife's iPad.
But they don't have to filter this movie. I mean, it's exciting that they can see a movie. Everybody can watch this movie that Dad did, because they can't watch The Departed, but they can all watch this one.
Well, as I always say about these films, these animated films, that because they've come so far technically in this kind of animated filmmaking, I mean, that legacy of Disney and the old hand-drawn films is still gorgeous.
Yeah.
But now what happens is that technology has made it where you can do anything. Mm-hmm. And so therefore, when you're writing and producing these films, does your imagination match the technology? If you can do anything, what are you going to do? And so writing these films and rendering these films, creating them, drawing them, shooting them, editing them, scoring them, they have a huge burden because the sky's the limit. So, and I'm grateful to work with a group of people who their imagination can match the technology today.
Well, I wish I had more time. It's so great talking with you. You're such a talent. I'm such a big fan. So come to Vegas, maybe leave the kids at home, just bring your wife and have a weekend sometime.
That sounds, I want you to call my wife and tell her that.
I gave you permission from Vegas. Thank you so much, Alec. Take care.
Stay safe. Thank you.